Hello there everybody, it's HeroicLegend here, and this is just a quick video after that I'm going to put before the two that's going to go up. There was an error made, and in OBS I'd forgotten to switch the settings, which I had. So this video is going to go up first as a quick run through. You're going to see me run around a lot. I'm going to be taking the shortcuts here because they're set up and I can't undo that. Like, some of the buttons I pressed are just perma-pressed. So this is going to be this is going to be me running through the area really quickly to show you guys the pathway and such. For anyone who's curious, yeah, it's just going to be me showing you how to run around this area the quick way. I guess it's an apology type deal. Like, I should have double checked to make sure I was recording. I was using the I am Setsuna setup instead of what was being used, which was not that, obviously. So I'm planning on this being too long. Again, I am just showing us running through, I guess, to the end. Even though I feel like I might have gotten lost already. There we go. I also bet you're wondering how I'm restoring so much HP. I put little idea I had, simply. Oh, whoopsie. You know, I just remembered. I went just so you can get a little bit better layout of the map. Went up here. Here's a shortcut. At this spot here, you will hear me speak out basically the first question. And all these questions are the making of a king. For just in case you decide it's not worth suffering through this, and I don't blame you. You just make this so freaking tough. There we go. These were the creatures that were in here. I will be doing the little bio on them because that also kind of got janked up. And again, I really do apologize for this. I honestly thought everything was right and set up correctly. I was wrong. I gotta squeeze through here. Go up through here because these were all the shortcuts were. I have to go around through this area first in order to come over here and activate this, because if you get the question wrong, it sends you back to the start of the area. The previous question was about a king who gives his ring to help out a peasant and if he's just or not. He's not just because if the peasant's struggling, that means there's a problem. I believe this one was the question of a person, I believe. And it's like, this person is a monster, do not be deceived, you know, strike them down. And it turned out that a king would not just, you know, act on rashness. So the answer was no, you don't strike them down, because if also the person came up to us with no animosity, meaning no harm. So effectively it was like, strike down someone who's assumed to be a monster, or pretty much don't, I guess. Oh, we actually got the other creature as well. Oh, wait, what? Sound like we missed one. Not this time, though. Ooh, more combo power for Cyclone. I've never said no to that. Unless I just did, in which case, oops. Sorry, a little bit, like... That really put my spirits down. Oh, just like this situation right in front of me. This really dampers me. We did not even hit any other creature. Setsuna's gonna have to heal us. Yeah, there's no way I'm risking getting knocked back to the save. Well, at least we get to see Setsuna's new move now. But yeah, again, I'm just briefly running through this with the shortcuts just so you can see how this, kind of like how going through this is supposed to go. I'm gonna pretend that didn't miss. How about you guys? I'm gonna pretend that didn't miss. Ah, confused. Smuck. And we're actually gonna... Oh wait, that's... This is what? Ooh! That's a dope technique! Very nice on Setsuna's part. Ah, okay, this one was an interesting one. At least I think. I might be getting these wrong, I might be missing one. But I believe this one was like, you know, there's someone amongst you who doesn't have human blood, and I got this one, I think I got that one wrong. Actually, no. Crap, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that one was the human blood one, in which case it was Eterna, and they were right, Eterna does not have human blood in her. They don't know exactly what blood is in her. But that's for, like... That's a strange revelation that I didn't realize. Ooh, hit everyone, I believe. Very nice. Got quite a few things from them this time. And the big question there was, should you take out someone, or should you trust, you know, your judgment? This one was the kingdom one. Can a kingdom be a kingdom without a king? And the answer was no. I mean, the answer was yes. Or rather, it's like, does a kingdom have to have a king? And the answer was no. And they made a lot of good points there. I did briefly touch upon it. And we're back here now. So, that's running through this area, the ruins. Again, this is going to be going up before the other episodes, because the other episodes were kind of screwed up from the recording thing. That's my bad, honestly. I can't get back what I already had done, because I saved over it. Like, had I not, I would have 100% gone through. I would have postponed the episodes until tomorrow, and done it that way. But this is basically how you run through. This is basically me running through the area and some of the fights. Also, because the Snow Chronicles had that problem, I'm going to do this. Bird species. These were the bears that we fought. I'm going to properly read these out now, so you can ignore episode 38's ending. A more powerful relative of the Up, it possesses far greater magical energy, which it uses to create more advanced bees known as honeybees. The hives created by honeybees are extremely robust and act more as powerful armor that protects the Hookie's arms, abdomen, and head. They also form bee swarms to defend their hosts from human threats and spend a lot of time gathering nectar to create honey syrup, which the Hookie licks to recover its HP. Will sometimes drop a sharp fang. We have taken it out with everything except for a time and a water kill, but that's because water and time are hard to use on this creature, and most creatures in general. The Sherbeti, a species of the Muffy. Unlike its fire-using cousins, the fuzzballs at the end of the ears store water elemental magical energy, and the creature can use ice. It can also use gnaw and caw in the same way as a Muffy. Three sharp eddies can use Bushy Bond to team up and beat their bushy ears in unison, greatly boosting their own strength. It is wise to swiftly reduce their numbers in order to prevent them from doing this. We'll sometimes drop a fluffy fur. We defeated them with everything but a time kill. Next we have the Snowly-Poly, the most powerful member of the Roly-Poly species. It uses an even more delicate rolling technique than the Roly-Poly, and is able to create soft cotton candy-like snowballs with its hind legs. The creature is able to execute the handstand snowball ride flawlessly, and never has to resort to using a regular snowball ride. It also uses the same snowball roll attacks as the Boly-Poly, but the damage caused by this is again somewhat negligible. We'll sometimes drop a Whooped Claw. We have to heat it with everything but a water and a time kill, because water does not do damage to it. Don't know why they have that there. And then we had the scaled monster of the Boa Tigris, which is a subspecies of the Snectar. While the Snectar will attack using Paralyze-inducing Burning Bite and Fire Elemental Burning Breath, the Boa Tigris will use Freeze-inducing Frosty Bite and Water Elemental Frosty Breath. The creature will still use Feed, followed by Soul Breath, in the same way as its cousin, so caution is definitely advised. We'll up a deep green gem if defeated with a Momentum Mode attack. We have defeated it with everything but an Overkill, which is interesting, because it is actually pretty hard to overkill this creature because of its strange HP. And we also had a new human enemy, a human foe, which was Sayagi, which led us to some information that made me very sad. An elderly healer who lives in Gatherington. When testing Setsuna in order to teach her the secret light elemental spell Shining, she attacks by constantly casting Thunder 2, another light elemental spell. However, using Thunder 2 eats away at her life force, and rather than the pain it inflicts on her target, it is likely this is the true reason which she wishes to teach. So, there's that. We also had two new weapons. The Mechadus, a sword created from ancient relics excavated from the ruins of an ancient kingdom that once ruled over the mainland. When analyzed, these relics were found to contain vast magical energy. The sword's blade was forged using a process that cannot be replicated today, and combined with its great magical energy, it truly gives the weapon truly mighty power. However, the weapon's true value lies in the increased damage inflicted when striking a foe's weak point. This plays into Endier's ability to be in every party, because if you have Eterna casting the time buff, Julian casting the ice buff, Setsuna casting the light buff, and Kier casting the fire buff, then he can attack using every element as well as Null. Or if you give him the special Spirit Knights. Alright, and finally we have the Oriel Chakram. The Chakram created using special ore that reacts to magical energy. Its pale hue, reminiscent of a sunset, indicates its great magical energy. And the metal used to forge it causes this color to become more vivid when reacting to magical energy, shining like a halo above the head of the bearer. Not only is it beautiful in form, it grants both high magical attack power and high physical and magical defense power. Alright, that was everything used up here, and if you were curious about the technique I was using during combat, I will briefly explain it to you here in combos. What we have was Grand Cross, only available by getting Luminaire, Cyclone, and Charge. So you could only get it at this point. And this is what we were using to create Shadow Elemental, which I believe is Endier's element, so to speak, or some form of it. But that's all for this episode and this, mini-sode to briefly show you going through this area. I will once again use the tent. I will put Kier back in the party, because he was the one I actually wanted in there. Endier's gonna keep his Cyclone, but that's gonna be pretty much it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this very brief episode. I'm very sorry, and I cannot express how deeply I want to apologize for the episode messing up. It was an error on my part. I should have been paying more attention, and I do hope this kind of makes up for the videos that are coming out. Anyway, big thank you all for watching. Until next one, I just want to say, laters.